Your time is important to you, so spend it well. Following the package directions will make things easier, and you'll have more time to enjoy your yard. The directions will explain how many pounds to use based on the size of your yard, how to set your fertilizer spreader, and tips to follow to avoid polluting nearby water bodies. Before fertilizing, consider what tools you'll need and know the fertilizer that you're spreading. Some can be hazardous to touch or breathe, so wear protective gear as needed. If you're fertilizing a large area, you'll need a spreader. Always calibrate your fertilizer spreader before use. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for calibration to apply the correct rate. There are two types, a drop spreader and a rotary spreader. A drop spreader has the advantage of applying a fairly exact pattern, since the area of application is limited to the distance between the wheels. However, this tight pattern requires that each pass meet precisely with the previous one, or the application will be uneven. Wide drop spreaders can be cumbersome around trees, shrubs, and gates. Also, the grinding action of the agitator in the bottom of a drop spreader may break the coating on some slow-release fertilizers. This may cause spreading or application problems. A rotary spreader, also known as a broadcast spreader, has a wider distribution pattern covering a larger area. Because the rotary spreader distributes fertilizer in a scatter pattern, you tend to have less fertilizer on the outer edge of a pattern and more on the center of the pattern. This will even out on your next pass. Here are some tips for using spreaders. Read the fertilizer package to determine the correct setting for your spreader. Overlap your pattern by applying half the fertilizer in one direction and the other half in the opposite direction. Break up clumps so that the fertilizer will not get clogged in the spreader. Turn off the spreader before stopping, when making turns, and when passing over pavement. Clean the spreader on your lawn, not on the sidewalk or driveway. Use a deflection shield near sidewalks, driveways, and water bodies, and leave a 10-foot no fertilizer zone between the fertilized area and a water body. Sweep up any spills and return the product to the bag. To get the best results from your fertilizer application, it should be watered in with no more than 1/4 inch of water. This puts the nutrients at the root level of the grass, where it can be absorbed most efficiently. To determine how much this is, perform a catch can test. This should be done prior to fertilizing so that you know how long to run the system. To begin, place 5 to 7 empty straight-edge cans, about the size of an average tuna can, at different distances away from the sprinkler. Run the sprinkler for 15 minutes and measure the amount of water collected in each can. Use the average water level of the cans to determine how long it would take to get 1/4 inch of water. Now you know how long to water in your fertilizer. Avoid watering in with more than 1/4 inch of water. Too much water can make the fertilizer soak more rapidly through the soil and potentially pollute our groundwater.
For more information on Florida-Friendly fertilizing, contact your county UF IFAS Extension office. You can also learn more online at watermatters.org/fertilizing. Brought to you by the Southwest Florida Water Management District.